Hey y'all, this is Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into this interesting tea of Jimin and Dahyun from Twice. I haven't talked about these two ever before, and some people really believe that there is something there between the two. They apparently have some cute moments backstage. Let's talk about that. I also want to get into Jimin adorably flashing his middle finger and what is going on with this. So grab your dumpling, a tea spilling mug merch, and let's jump into the tea. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell also, so you'll be first to do so. And now let's jump into it. The first thing I want to get into was Jimin and Twice member Dahyun. Now, BTS and Twice don't have too many public interactions. Do they have private ones? We don't know for sure, but we can speculate that is possible. They are often backstage in the same backstage area, and when the cameras are not rolling, is it a possibility that they will go up to each other and talk? Probably. It's so interesting, the idea of networking in K-pop, because in America, when you go to these events and you're with other idols and celebrities, it's the perfect time to network and pull out all the stops so that you can meet other idols and possibly even collab with them. So for example, oftentimes in American award shows, singers like Taylor Swift or Cardi B would come up to BTS to congratulate them or take a picture. That is obviously seen as the norm in America, and there are oftentimes cameras recording these interactions. But it is not seen as normal in K-pop culture, because you never see, let's say, BTS walking up to Blackpink to say hi on camera, or in this case, BTS publicly going up to Twice to say hi and express their love. I do think BTS loves Twice and their music. There's moments from way back in 2018 where fans have put together some alleged moments of them secretly interacting at award shows. Jimin apparently would say hi to Dahyun or sneak eye contact in her direction, and people believe that Jimin was crushing on her and her beauty. Jimin will often look in her direction, but we wouldn't see too many moments where Dahyun was looking at Jimin, which means Jimin could be looking at that direction, maybe even looking at someone behind Dahyun. So we don't actually know if he was looking at her or not. Then we have another moment where apparently Jimin was walking past Dahyun and people were zooming in on his mouth to see that he was mouthing something as he was passing her. So they assume he probably said something or whispered something, or even some videos have talked about him full on having a conversation. I don't know which award show this was, but this one I don't believe as much. Jimin looked like his mouth moved when he was way past Dahyun, and there was no way in that crowded of a venue for the event would Dahyun be able to hear him. Likely he was talking to, I believe it was J-Hope that was in front of Jimin. So these are most of the interactions for many years that people have compiled together. And then we had an interaction that could have been recorded by Big Hit staff or maybe the venue staff. It is likely it was the venue staff. Usually if it was a bangtan bomb episode, you'd see that logo there, and I don't see it. Some people believe it was even Dispatch that was getting this footage and trying to expose Jimin and Dahyun. We do know Dispatch sometimes goes undercover and attends these events. They reported on the, I believe, Golden Disc Awards and the bad conditions the idols allegedly faced. So they do attend these events, which is probably how they figured out who might be dating who. Like, they'll see who talks to who, what people are saying to each other. I personally think this is how they came to the conclusion of Jennie and G-Dragon, like by seeing them talk backstage and then was like, is this true? And then went ahead and stalked them outside of the award show after the event by their homes to see if it was true. Again, that is my theory. I have no proof of that. Jimin in this backstage clip was allegedly looking at Dahyun or in her direction, and apparently people were saying how RM caught this and was laughing at Jimin and laughing that Jimin was looking at something, maybe even teasing Jimin for looking at someone and thinking someone was cute. And this is funny because it does seem to be that way, and we all know that moment like in school where we were at an assembly and your friend is like, look, your crush is right there, and you can't stop staring at them and your friend is laughing and teasing you. It does appear to look like this type of moment. Now, people have taken footage from a different direction and showed that apparently Twice and Dahyun were in the direction that Jimin was looking at, so Jimin could have been looking at her. However, there's many things he could be looking at, and even if he was looking at Dahyun and admiring her beauty, one, she is beautiful, so there's a lot to admire, but also that doesn't mean they're dating. It to me at most would mean that Jimin would have a crush on her, but she might not have a crush on him. There have been a lot of dating confirmations lately, and I just want to thank ship culture and people who openly discuss K-pop relationships. I know it's controversial, and I know people will be mad at me for saying thank you to these people, but it's because people are openly talking about dating, showing their support for dating. Like if the artist, any artist, is seeing that, oh, Bobby from iKON just admitted to dating and he is not getting any hate, they might feel courage to come out and say that they themselves are dating. And then let's say they go online and are seeing ships and stuff and seeing how supportive all those comments are, they might also feel the courage to be like, all right, well, if I come out and say I am am dating, I might not lose my career. Now, of course, this isn't talking about the people who take ships too far, but the people who would support the idol no matter what. I think we are moving along and K-pop is changing. I think we're going to live in this world where K-pop idols can openly say they're dating and it won't be a problem anymore. I think this will be in our lifetime, which is exciting. It almost feels like the same as maybe less than 10 years ago, everyone was slowly coming out of the closet and it was like a big deal and it was like a scandal almost. But then now it's like not even a thing in America. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gay, and everyone's like, cool. And then it just moves on. It's not even news. So people coming out now and saying that they are in relationships almost feels the same as people coming out of the closet back then. People then were even apologizing for being gay, if you remember that. Jimin is just too cute for this world to be getting hate no matter who they date, and we should keep this conversation going. And if anyone is against dating or hating this idea, just keep sending them videos like this. These people have phobias of idols dating. They need some exposure therapy. Send them lots of dating videos. Jimin is just so innocent too, and recently during a live stream he did something extremely cute and people were laughing so much and just found it adorable. Jimin recently did a live stream on the V-Livester. He was mostly there to check on how us armies were doing given the pandemic. He just wanted to give some updates on his life. As per usual, I don't really catch the live stream. There's been a few times where some of you guys will tell him, oh, Jimin's live, go watch. And I do, but I won't really pay attention because I don't speak Korean that well, so I don't know what's going on. But it's usually posted after it's over, and most of the time it's captioned at that point. So you can enjoy it and understand what's going on. And Jimin doesn't know English that well, so it's not like I can send in questions or really participate in the stream anyway. He'll maybe be talking about his mom, and then I'll write a question about his outfit or something. Like, it wouldn't be great. But I believe he played Magic Shop and decided to draw little cute emojis and symbols you might know on his fingers. And it was a very cute idea, and of course he wanted to show them off. He decided to show them off one by one and accidentally put up his middle finger to show that individually. He also put his index finger first. A middle finger in Korean culture is probably not that bad, but I think Jimin realized that a middle finger in American culture and maybe other cultures is widely considered really bad. And so immediately when he realized, he put it down and starts apologizing. He wanted armies to immediately forget it happened, and then he said, please act like you didn't see anything. It was a mistake, sorry. I just wanted to show you this way. It's a mistake, sorry. So of course us armies now don't have eyes. We have removed them and we did not see anything. Watch fingers. We didn't even know Jimin had fingers. It's just a palm and he grabs things by use of levitation. I am married to him, so I see that is what he does on the daily. I see with my mind because, as I said, I took out my eyes, and luckily for Jimin, we just need ears to hear the music and stream it. We don't need our eyes. I'm entirely kidding. But even in this type of situation, Jimin is so cute, and of course we know it's not on purpose. The middle finger, not him being cute. And the point of this was to show the drawing. In fact, if he probably didn't say anything, no one would say anything either. Because I don't think that's what would have come to everyone's mind. They probably just wanted to see the drawing too. It's kind of like when your teacher points to something on the board and they use their middle finger. I never understand why, but I assume it just happens. Maybe it's because it's the longest finger, I don't know. But typically the teachers are not trying to flip you off for learning. They're supposed to want you to learn. Accidents like this happen, especially if you're doing stuff with your fingers. Like if he was doing this with his toes, there's no way to be offensive, unless in some cultures feet are really rude. I don't know. Everything is rude then. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so I do keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you'd like to see over there. We also have a great time having fun and interacting with each other over there as well. So if you're interested in any of that, link is in the top description down below. With that said, there is a video over there that you can check out that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. That video is on the front page. Make sure you check it out. There's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.